This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by Demetrius Andrade here in New York. A couple of days away from fight night. How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great, and just overcoming things that's in my way, and just glad to be active, glad to be back in the ring, doing what I love to do, just kick ass and take names later.
Because for you, it is all about kind of getting a run together, being active. Your name's been around for so long, but the amount of fights you've had over the last 5 years haven't kind of suggested we've seen the best of you. Is that fair to say?
Of course, you haven't seen the best of me because I haven't been in the ring as much, but you guys have a taste of what I can do. And now that, I'm with Eddie Hearns is with the Zone, and the Zone wants to put on many great fights throughout the year, and I'm being a part of that, and I'm helping spearhead that. So that being said, I'm going to do my part and stay active and win, and let the people know what they've been missing out on.
What do you think about Avakov as a defence, the first defence for you for this WBO title? Because we know Avakov from a few years ago when he fought Billy Joe, but he's done relatively well to kind of get himself back into sort of contention to fight for a world title, which he's doing this week. But how do you kind of consider him as an opponent?
Because he fought Billy Joe Saunders, gave him a hard time, went 12 rounds with him. A lot of people thought he actually won the fight. And, we're not looking to get in there with tomato cans. I'm not getting up every morning or, whenever I get up to go work out and go through the wear and tear to fight people that's not going to give me no credit or tomato cans like a lot of people do.
So it's all about quality of opponents?
Yeah, definitely, because as long as my thing is right now, I'm going to fight anybody in the top 10, top 15, and try to be more active than anybody else at this point. So when you guys go look at the reigns, you're going to be like, oh, Demetrius be him, Demetrius be him. Who can we pick? Who can we pick? Oh, there's nobody else to pick. So we got to make this fight with Demetrius.
We hear Danny Jacobs' name being heavily linked with the fight with Canelo in May. Where do you fit into this picture for your unification?
I don't predict that. I don't have no prediction on that. I can only control what I can do, and that's stay in the ring and get active. And Danny Jacobs, what I can say about him, he is also a great fighter, and he has been in a better position than I was in because he had more of the limelight and people mainstream, and he was getting the Triple G fight and etc. So I can understand why they're going that way because of the mainstream thing. But when it comes down to it, who's undefeated, who has the resume of being an Olympian, three-time world champion, two-weight division, it's me. And that being said, there's no other reason why you are not telling anybody else why it's Canelo or anybody from the Golden Boy side speaking about fighting Demetrius Andrade, not he's a third, fourth, fifth pick, because I heard that time and time again before, and you're using my name to be like, oh, well, to tell people how good I am, but you're using my name, but you're actually not trying to get in there with anybody that good. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna do my job, come Friday night, get the W, and just keep pushing forward for these guys to get in the ring with me. That's it. I'm not chasing anybody anymore. What I'm going to do is trying to get everybody out the way, so there's only me. There's only two people who are going to be standing, and that's either going to be Canelo or not. It could be anybody, but he just happened to be the face of boxing right now as being the most popular, but he's not the best talent in the sport or in that weight division.
I caught some of the fighter meeting you had with the Zone earlier, and something interesting, obviously a discussion between the people behind the table and yourself was about you knocking people out or not knocking people out, and it was something that you kind of felt very strongly to put a point across. I just wanted you to touch on that.
26-0 with 16 knockouts. I mean, I think that's really well. And it's a good record. People want to sit here and be like, if you knock out Arthur, you going to get the fight with Canelo. Like, where they determine that at? Who's the judge of that? Where you guys get that at? Who has Canelo knocked out?
What, apart from his last fight?
Who in the 160 division
Okay.
been knocking anybody out? Let's just be honest. Canelo has knocked out, like I said, let me go down the list of who I think he should have maybe stopped, knocked out, especially on their way out. Cotto, he didn't knock him out, he knocked him down. Sugar Shane Mosley didn't do anything. You know, and then he goes after his knockouts against Amir Khan, who's 3 weight classes lower. James Kirtland, who's been in jail for time and having training problems, and he, you know, you guys just know, you know, that's a mess over there. So he goes in that route, but he uses my name, says, "Oh, I'll fight Demetrius, I Corte, and James Kirtland," and who they pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he didn't knock out or knock down Laura, Austin Trout. Lemieux Smith, they went the distance, right?
No, he did stop Liam Smith,
Oh,
yeah.
exactly. What my point is, like, who's Lemieux Smith? You should have put him down. Mungi put him down, bro. Like, that's something to be happy about. So it's like, again, then you go, let's just go to Triple G a little bit. Martin Murray, like, who, huh? I mean, what he do? Where's he at? I'm just saying, the Chalo brothers, like they got some guys that was willing and able to get in the ring with them, came to win, and one Chalo brother lost, and the other one, damn, they got beat up. So you guys are used to seeing that as far as people laying down, and I'm over here trying to get the next best guys that's really a live dog, because Arthur's gonna come forward and throw a lot of punches and come and try to win come Friday night. And so, to get the better Demetrius Andrade, that's the type of fights and fighters that I need. Not Rocky Fielding. It's like, now, position, now. Check stays the same, good. Peace out now. Viva la Mexico. You know, I mean, sheesh. It's crazy. And the reporters, the journalists, everybody out there is like scared to say something. Because I feel that, because if you go to Canelo's fights, you know, whatever, they're not going to allow you in there because you're making conflict. You're really determined you want to see these guys fight. Who cares about a Triple G and Canelo Part 3? Because that's not Arturo Gotti and Mickey Ward type fights they're putting together for us. So why we need to see that again? Why can't we see a matchup with Demetrius and Triple G and Canelo and Danny? And then the winner face the winner, and then or the loser face the loser, because it's still a good mixture of fighters. It doesn't matter who wins, who loses. You can still make the matchups happen. And if they talk about, oh, the old don't matter, the old this, the old that, getting a loss, you can bounce right back. Because your boy was saying that earlier from Golden Boy, right? So put Canelo in the ring with somebody then. How you gonna speak that shit and don't actually use that? I don't know how many fights he had, but like, who has he really fought in his resume as well? I'm not saying I fought the best. I can only fight who's willing to get in the ring with me. And at this time, the Zone and Matchroom got a whole lot of chain that there's no reason not to make fights. And they're going to pay to see and put together great boxing matches.
I'm not too sure who is next in line mandatory-wise for your title. Could be Lemieux, possibly. Is that right? Is that correct?
I don't know. God bless him. I hope his health is good. You know, I know he didn't make weight. Has something going on with him. Maybe he might have to go up to 168. But anybody in the 160-pound weight division that's there, I'm willing to fight. I don't care who you are.
Do you expect the WBO to, at some point, put Billy Joe Saunders as mandatory for your title?
I think the WBO should look deeply into Billy Joe Saunders because he's unprofessional, and he's showing that not just the last fight when I was supposed to fight him with the being dirty. He's also not coming in at the proper weight. His last fight was at 76. He got mental this, he's doing that. Like, you can't rely on somebody like that. So he has to, I guess, show maybe a fight or two that he can still make that weight class, and he's willing to, you know, pay attention to that contract and do what needs to be done and his obligations to it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I can only do what I do, and that's keep winning, smiling, and putting them punches together.
Is that a fight you'd only entertain if he was made mandatory for your title? It's not a fight that can be made outside of that kind of mandatory situation with you and Billy Joe, because it was a fight that a lot of people were looking forward to having.
I mean, I think I just kind of said that.
Yeah.
If Billy Joe cleans up his act and, you know, he can make weight, his mind ain't all over the place, because it shows that the drug was helping him make weight. If he's fighting at 160 and his last fight was at 78, how can we depend on him when it's like, how can we make a match? Like, you want me to go bust my ass and see if he shows up or not? And then what? We're gonna have to find the next guy too, and then you're gonna be like, where's the paper champ? Oh, he didn't fight Billy Joe, because Billy Joe ain't doing his job. Fuck Billy Joe. And anybody out there, I'm ready, I'm willing and able to step into the ring. That's it. Like, there's no more excuses on my side as far as business, as far as excuses, me being inactive, because I'm doing everything that you guys say I'm not doing, in the checklists, the checks on the list are being checked off. And now I'm off this shit.
I had one more question for you. Could you just sit down for 1 second? I've got one more question
All
for
right.
you. And then that's it. I know you're training.
All right.
Could you just make some comment on this gun permit thing that happened recently with you? Because we don't know what actually happened, and it's a question I'd like to know what actually happened.
I mean, you know, me and my girl got into it, and like, she started packing her stuff up, and I see her grabbing the car keys, and she wanted to leave. And I'm like, you're not leaving with my car after you was doing all that stuff you was doing. And so I grabbed my Magnum and I run outside, and I'm like, you know what? I shot the engine, and the engine said, fuck it. And then the neighbors decided to call the cops. And so I was like, oh shit, damn. Cops got guns, and they got Magnums too. They don't shoot cars, they shoot niggas.